Rich is going to take the magnet all around. There's Rich, who you spoke to before. That is a real magnet.
We put a little tape on it.
We are protecting your car.
You ready? These are random spots. We didn't mark them out, obviously to begin with, but you can hear it that it's grabbing the magnet itself. It's not a heavy duty magnet. The car has a lot of the original sheet metal, as we discussed.
We'll do the doors in the trunk for you on the next go round. All the spots you'd do if you were here, Sam.
I always like to do down at the bottom because, as we all know, a lot of the rust issues stem from down here. And this car is really solid. And you can see with inside the wheel well, you can see that the quarter panels, all this has all been done. If it's original, great. If it's been replaced, it has not been cheated or cut corners in any way, shape, or form. As we discussed, the paint was that seafoam green, and when they restored it, my guess is that they did everything properly. All right.
One side down. Again, down those spots we want to check.
And I know here they like to put Bondo to smooth out the door to make it straighter. Everything is really good. I like it. Yeah, it's nice. Corners are good.
So that should give you some peace of mind. No trick photography here.
This is the spot right there where they usually seam it. Now you see that when they redid it and they repainted, they didn't cover over the seams. A lot of guys do that when they restore cars. They don't pay attention to the detail work. Seams are still here. They're intact. The spacers are great. I say great. Everybody's got their own definition. Okay. So we're good to go on all this. We're going to pop the trunk only because we wanted the mat. We had the tires in the way, so we wanted to.
Where should I focus, Rich? Tell me.
I think so. The corners, obviously, we know that this is important. Okay, you can hear that solid. A lot of guys do the cheaters. This car's not been done that way. This has been done. Ouch. Fucking love. Oops, sorry. Go to the other side.
It's a church-going man.
I'm telling you. Even if I did.
Yeah.
I mean, so, yeah. And then obviously we pulled the mat, and then we've got the tire all wedged in there, and
The jack's in there too.
jack's in there too.
Should I come back here?
Yeah, no, you're good right in here. A lot of times they seam it in here. It did good. It's not all goofed out. So other side as well. There we go. Okay. And then the trunk.
Got the jacking instructions still there. Not that that's a big deal, but always nice to see.
I need to know how to use a jack. I call AAA. All new weather stripping, by the way. This is one of the things. So the stripping on the trunk, obviously, if it wasn't good, if it wasn't intact, you would have noticed there have been a lot of stains, a lot of water stains. This would have stuck. I mean, look, the backside of this is nice and clean. This is how we got the car. We didn't do anything. We didn't put anything new in here. So just so you see that.
So should we look at the doors?
Let's look at the doors. Say bye-bye, trunk. Woo, mama, look at that. Good gaps. Okay. Gaps in the doors. Seem to be really good.
Now here, I know you wanted me to focus.
Okay, all this was replaced. All the rubbers were replaced. And as you can see down in here, right, straight down in here, okay? It's not, I don't know if you can get that close. It's not rotted out, rusted out. A little dirty maybe, but that's not such a big deal.
Oi!
Oh, he's right. Another choke down, man. Especially inside here. A lot of the times what we see inside here, okay, they don't put this back together. This gets all rusted out. All right. All the seams look like they did a good job. The seams in here are still good.
Hey, let's
You
take a
can see
look.
the overlap of the fender, of the panel here. All right, they did a really nice job. They painted everything correctly. They did inside the jams correctly. And now back to the interior. So we're putting on the new horn. I know Scott had explained that to you. It may be a little loose, but it does. It did meet me. Anyway, it will. They had to take it apart. They're in the midst of fixing it. So we wanted to get this to you before that was done. Everything in it works. When you put it in reverse, the reverse light comes on underneath the dash.
But you see, we put plastic on the seats. Nobody is touching this. This interior is very nice.
Good old 1969. And I just drove one of these back from just outside of Boston in good condition, but this car would have.
Why don't you take that that cover off, and let's do the neep neep. As I say, they are doing this over, but I want you to see it. But I do want you to hear it. So, there's your neep neep.
So we just got to put this back together. We got lights, camera.
Let me do lights.
Lights.
Let's do the other door, or you want to do? Turn signal. I like the seams on the hood as well.
They line up the car nicely. You don't see a lot of.
Seems
a lot of
like-
the time you see like big gaps. The gaps are really even. The way they should. There's been no rub. There's been no catching even up at the top. The gap up here is really nice. I mean, that's as close as you're going to get. Typically, they'll get a little closer. It pinches it and it'll grab.
So let's take a look at this other.
Take a look at this side. Same thing down below. That's the old man creaks.
I do creak. I need that. Hopefully I'm getting everything you need.
Same thing up in here, all the stripping is good. Again, you can see all this has been done properly. It's not all, a lot of times you see mudded in, it's not. They did a really nice job. There was a lot of time spent making sure this car was done correctly.
Let's open up the hood. I know I took you some pictures earlier showing you the carbs. So,
Mama, air grabber. Gotta love these cars. All right, there's your engine, your data plate, which we already discussed, all the information, radiator, everything's in where it's supposed to be. You got your purple meat horn.
next thing we're going to do is I'm going to do a second video of us doing a little virtual test drive for you.
We'll be back.
Hey Sam, we just pushed this outside so you can hear a true cold start. Lights. Reverse lights.
I haven't driven it since the new clutch has been in. It's actually very nice. Sorry.
Just a little extra commentary.
Yeah, we try to drive everything, but the problem is we not always get a chance to. Sometimes the cars sell after we've done the work, and we never get a final drive, so.
nice downshift. Always stop for the stop signs.
Oh, we do?
Well, not always.
Let's see.
But when they're on video, you have to.
That's true.
Obviously, speedometer's working.
It's not bouncing like I wanted to
Yeah,
throw
it's
back.
not bouncing. Tack is working.
Where'd that guy go? Sorry, a little rough start there.